Are you starting a new job and you're looking for tips to succeed? In this video, we're going to talk about how to succeed when starting a new job. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Preston, author of Harness Your Butterflies and creator of the Career Accelerator program. If you are new to the channel, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button below. I have new videos every Tuesday. And if this video is helpful, leave a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So starting a new job can be exciting and nerve-wracking and all these emotions put together where you just feel like you're gonna vomit. But if you are prepared and you are ready to start a new job and get things kicked off on the right foot, let's talk about 7 different things that you can do to help you succeed in a new role. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that you get to know your coworkers. The biggest thing when you get to know your coworkers is to make sure that you're having conversations that are very superficial, but also enlightening to the work, the culture, the tasks that you are assigned. So some of the questions that you might want to ask your new coworkers, you might want to ask your team is, how do you enjoy working here? How would you summarize the culture? What are the things that really stand out to you that this organization does differently? The other thing that you want to make sure is you want to be aware of gossip. Depending on the company culture, you want to be aware of gossip and how that might impact your workflow. So if an organization has a very gossipy or rumor mill culture, you want to make sure that you are being very objective and you're just trying to get to know people individually and not buy into all of the drama. It might be something that you can start, if you want to partake in that, you can do that eventually. But when you first are starting out, you want to make sure that you are very objective and just getting to know the organizational culture and make your own opinions about the people that you're meeting within your organization. The second thing that you want to do is you want to find a mentor. Mentor relationships are built over time, so you don't want to just go up to somebody right when you start and say, hey, can you be my mentor? But you want to make sure that you can identify who are the people in your organization who might be good to know, who might be good to talk to, and who might be a good possible mentor for you in the future. And as you start to find and identify people who you think might be good mentors, you can ask them for more one-on-one conversations. You can ask them for advice. You can talk to your supervisor and say, hey, I'd really be interested in meeting with so-and-so, and kind of start building a relationship with that person with the hopes that they might be a mentor for you down the road. And if you find that after you've met with them a couple times that you don't agree with their philosophy, you don't like their perspectives, there's no harm, no foul, because you haven't actually asked them to be your mentor. But you have enough information from them regarding company culture, how things are done. You have a good point of contact within the organization. So that sort of thing. But the second tip is to look for a mentor. The third thing that you can do is set goals. Whether you want to set a 30, 60, 90-day goal, or you just want to say a personal goal, but the easiest way to be setting goals in this circumstance, in this context, is to sit down with your supervisor and say, what are the goals or what are the initiatives that we need to have mapped out now? The earlier that you can identify what are your goals for your role, what are the goals for the projects that you're on, if you can solidify those with your supervisor, you know what to work toward, and you are able to be very clear in the direction that you're taking this role. The fourth thing is to learn company culture. This is going to be something that you're able to do as you're obviously within your organization more, the more conversations that you have with people, as well as if you find a mentor and you start working and having conversations with them, they can give you more insights on the company culture as well. But as you are learning more about the company culture, it's usually very easy to point at things that we don't like within company cultures and say, I wish this was different, I wish this was different, I wish this was different. But what you want to do when you're first starting out in a position is when you are identifying things within a company culture, you want to identify who are the big stakeholders, who are the people who make decisions, how are things getting done in terms of approval processes, what are the ways, the influencers within your organization that push things forward. And just kind of make mental notes about the different things that are happening within your organization and how you can contribute to them, how you would prefer them to change. All of that stuff will be helpful down the road. The fifth thing is to build authentic relationships. Whether or not you want to be best friends with everyone you work with is completely up to you. But what you want to do is make sure that you have individual relationships with every single person so that you have a very communicative and direct relationship in the event that you need to have a tough conversation with them later on. For example, if you are meeting with someone who is part of a different project team, you want to make sure that you're having enough of a relationship with them that you're able to work with them and not be strangers. And if you don't want to spend any more extra time with them, that's completely understandable, but you want to make sure that you have enough of a rapport that you're able to go ask questions to them, ask for their opinions, or at the very least, just have them as a contributor on your project if needed. Number 6 is be flexible. It's really easy when you jump into a new business to feel like you have to bring the authority or you have to justify yourself being there right away. And usually the best way to approach a new position or succeeding in a new role is to actually observe first, figure out where the gaps are, and then make a plan to improve them in the future versus coming in wanting to change everything all at once and causing a lot of ripples in people's otherwise efficient workflows. And the 7th thing is take time to learn. It is very easy, like I said before, it is very easy to jump into an organization and think that you have to be the expert on every single thing. And a lot of times businesses will put you in training programs, they'll put you in onboarding programs, but sometimes those programs don't cover everything that you need to know. And so you want to make sure that you take the time to actually sit down and research, take a couple hours out of your day every single day for the first 2 months and just research your organization's products, what they do for customers, customer testimonials. You want to make sure that you're learning all the stuff that you can about your organization before you are required to have a strong output. Roughly your first 3 months are usually the timelines that most organizations have for new employees to actually learn and be onboarded. So make sure you actually take that time to learn the stuff that you need to learn because you might not get that opportunity later on. And that's all that I have for this video. If you found it helpful, leave a thumbs up. If you have anything else that you would add, please leave a comment below. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. I have new videos every Tuesday, so I'll see you on the next one.